Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the College Basketball Odds Couple Show. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. We're covering the round of 32, first day, Saturday, March 19th.
Hey, before we get too deep into it, seriously, and this is a crazy tournament. I mean, if anybody would have told me Michigan State would never have a lead, let alone lose, I would have said, what are you smoking?
You know,
what
in
are you
my
drinking?
bracket, I had him winning the whole
I had him winning the whole damn thing, too. I did. And if, obviously, if people went against us in the bracket challenge, you just took this one out with that. But anyway, Loshak on the comeback. I'm not one to look in the rear view, buddy, but you went 2-0 yesterday.
Had a
Very
good day
strong
with my
day.
bets also.
And 4-2 in the NBA. You're damn right it was, buddy. 6-2 yesterday. I love that's my partner.
Kicked ass in my bets, too.
That's my partner.
I had second halves on like UConn, second half bets on who else came back? Wisconsin, second half.
I know you like that one. Low scoring game. Look at that low scoring game.
I had Wisconsin on the money line covered easily.
So I'm assuming those were bites and not nibbles, and I'm hoping so for your sake.
Yeah. Second half bets, bites.
But seriously, with that being said, I'm going to pan this board real quick, Pete. It's about time. It's all about accountability. I had a rough day. I went 2-3, okay? But it was close, and I was in there in one of those losses. So I'm going to have a strong day today. I'm really feeling it. This tournament is just going crazy. Nobody can call it right now. 57%, though, still clicking along in college hoops. Loshak on the comeback, baby. That's my man right there. All right, he went 2-0. He's 22-29, 43%. And as promised, he's going to keep the momentum going. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this action today, Pete. It looks like it's pretty wide open.
All right, well, we got 8 games. I've crunched the whole card. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I have just one pick that I'm going to give, and then there's 2 bets. What?
One? Just one?
Just one pick, and then there's...
That could change, trust me, by the time the show's over.
Who knows?
You tried to throw 4 extras in yesterday.
There's 2 other bets that I made that I'm not going to give as picks, but I'm happy to come out publicly saying that I like...
Wait, time out. Did we not last week, you said to me, you did, you said, Mike, look, I'm going to start giving my bets because they're winning and my picks aren't. So why? Because you went 2-0, now you're going to get off of that strategy?
No, I might change my mind.
We'll see. Don't start overthinking that shit again, Pete.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We'll see what you have to say about it. Before we get into it, how many picks do you have?
I have 7. I'm back.
Wow.
Hey, I'm not afraid to put it out there. A couple days ago when I had 7, I went 7-0.
Right.
So, but I feel good about that.
All right. Okay.
And I needed to say this real quick. This round for me, the last 3 years, has been the most productive round.
Really?
Yes, it has. Hitting the book.
Really?
Teams get all excited. People are running the window with some of these smaller schools that are surprising. Just run into the window. Watch out. The other teams, they sat back, they watched, they studied tape last night late. There's some beautiful gems on this book today.
Last time you said something like that about a card, you went 7-0 in the NBA. That was a few days ago. So, all right, let's start out, before we get to your 7 picks, with just the one pick that I will give.
Absolutely.
I bet it on the overnight as soon as I saw it. It was the first half under in Arkansas, Little Rock, Iowa State. I got 67.5. Now it's down to 67 market wide, so I can't give 67.5, but I will give 67. You look at Iowa State's games, teams like Kansas State and Oklahoma State pulled them down easily in terms of the pace. Arkansas,
and
Little Rock,
themselves, they're not a big high-scoring team.
We know what Arkansas Little Rock's going to do here, right?
Everybody does.
They're going to try to make the whole game have like 10 shots, and hopefully they make one more than Iowa State. So I would also lean towards the full game under as well at 145, but probably Iowa State gets out to a big lead, and then who knows what's going to happen. I will give under 67 first half, Arkansas Little Rock, Iowa State.
Okay, I like that, Pete. I got nothing I can do to say stay off of that.
Now
That's good.
let's move to the 2 games. The 2 games that I bet that I'm leaning towards. I'm sure that you probably have that your picks are involved in these in some way, one way or another. Let's first start with UConn and Kansas, right? Now I took UConn. Right now the line is 8 or 8.5 market wide. We know what UConn does. They do well in the tournament. They're great on defense, great on free throws, right? And I'll tell you, even though there's some teams when they get down at halftime, and you're like, all right, my bet is screwed. When Colorado had that big lead at halftime, I was feeling bad, but I was definitely not like, this is a done deal. I was like, I went to sleep, woke up, and all of a sudden...
Same thing last night with you and I with our Notre Dame pick. Look at that first half and look at the second. I didn't panic. I promise you I didn't.
Actually, for an example, for the Notre Dame game, I did bet them on the second half, but that one I was like, ooh, this is probably going to be losing.
Because Michigan looked unbelievable first half.
But the UConn one, I was like, you know what, this is UConn. I'm just going to take a nap. Woke up, and they're winning. They're getting 8.5 or 8. I bet UConn, and that would be my lean, although Kansas obviously is awesome. But what do you think?
Well, first and foremost, that's one of my picks. But Kevin Ollie, it's just amazing. He has these guys ready to play. Jim Calhoun has got to be loving this too, because that's his style, and it's just permeated right through Kevin Ollie and his players. I think, though, I'm staying off the game because that number scares me because what UConn is doing when it's tournament time. But I like the half. I grabbed it at -4. Ooh. It's now 4.5.
Well,
Is this?
Bet Online still has -4, -115, so
Okay.
we're going to give you that one.
Okay.
It is 4.5 everywhere else, but like Pinnacle has 4.5 plus 103, so it's a split line right now.
All right, split line, I'm taking it. Kansas first half -4 against UConn today. I think they know they got to come out early and they got to turn it on, and I'm feeling it today, Pete. And I know I say that damn near every day, but my God, I do. I feel it.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of points to be given UConn, and if they were just like an average team that's been playing
Have
well,
you noticed, though, UConn's slow? They're starting slow.
Yeah,
in
sure,
games.
absolutely. But I mean, like the way they're coming back, the way they did in the conference tournament on back-to-backs and overtime games, they're just a scrappy team. You give a team like that,
that's a good word
you
for
give
them.
a team like that 8.5 points, man.
Woo! I don't know, buddy.
All right, so now let's go to the second one that I bet. I'm not sure if I would.
I think you're going to be pulling some triggers
maybe we'll
today.
see.
I'm going to hold
It's,
you to your word.
you know,
That's what I'm going to do.
It's Butler, Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Butler, Virginia. Virginia got bounced in the round of 32 last year.
Yeah.
Butler,
Ooh.
another team that's like kind of scrappy. I bet them they're getting 7.5 points. The total, obviously, it's going to be likely to be a low-scoring game. Although
I
not
thought
guaranteed.
you would jump on that total.
Not guaranteed. Well, on what? On the under?
Yeah.
No.
I thought you'd go on the over.
Right. If there's any way that I would be leaning, it would be towards the over.
When I looked at that this morning, though, I thought that would be one of your picks.
Yeah, I would be leaning towards the over, but I'm definitely not going to bet that one.
Okay.
But I did bet Butler getting all those points, 7.5. Virginia, you know, they're a great team. They're a talented team. Feels like, though, they're either going to be down in the first half or have a big lead and then give it up. 7.5 points, a lot of points to be given to Butler. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, well, you touched on it right on. They got knocked out last year. It's fresh in their minds. These guys have really been playing good the last 3 games. I like first half. I grabbed it at -4.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to establish the pace, the momentum, and Pete, you know, I get some bloggers, Pete, just jumps on the favorites. No, I'm trying to pick the right favorite to jump on, okay? You know, whatever, I'll leave that out of it. But I like Virginia first half. I think Butler will be a little overwhelmed, and I think the strength under the boards early, and plus I think Butler's going to fly. They're going to turn it on early.
Look, when Virginia does what they do, they're flat out awesome, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm just feeling like
it's like you. When you do what you do, you're flat out awesome. 6-2
That's a good analogy. I just got to figure out how to do it every day as opposed to 40% of the time.
That was good. I like that.
All right. No, but it is true because when I do, you know, my contest history is like it's phenomenal.
I know.
All right. So all right.
You know what I heard yesterday?
Yeah.
I heard you dressed like a woman during a beat the prick contest. Is there any truth to that?
I dress like a woman like 3 days a week. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, don't put that out there. Jesus.
All right. So,
And by the way, I do have the picture. It's still on the desk of the girl, but we're not allowed to bring it out right now until we get this tournament stuff done. So for those that were asking, it is coming. The date will be happening.
all right.
Things are crazy.
Okay. Yeah, that is great. Mike Brenner, we have crunched the 3 games that I really wanted to talk about. Now we got 5 other picks from you. First, maybe one involves Indiana, Kansas. Indiana, Kentucky. Very interesting game there. I would lean Kentucky, but I'm not sure what I think about that as yet.
Yeah, I don't either. There's a part of me that says just stay the hell off of this. Kentucky's been so good to me, though, and I just think Calipari will get the upper edge in coaching today. So pulling the trigger on the half.
Really?
First half only -1.5.
Okay. Yes, it's -1.5. Heritage has -2, so that's a
That's what
lead
I'm doing.
there.
I'm
all
jumping
right.
on it. And
Kentucky -1. Yeah, I am leaning the Kentucky in general.
You know, they're 8-1 for me in halves this year.
Right.
8-1. And I'm not going off of that number. I'm going, and because the reason I pulled the trigger 9 times on them is because of coaching, some situations that happen. And I just think Calipari's going to have them ready because everybody's, they're not talking about Kentucky this year. They're just, nobody's talking about them.
All right. And then we have Providence, North Carolina. Now, I know it's essentially a home game for North Carolina, but Providence is a good damn team. They're getting 9.5 or 10. I would also have a very small lean to the under at 151 or 151.5, as well as the first half under, although the first half under.
Do you know what
is
time that
low.
game's tipping off by any chance?
It's a late game. It's a 9:30 game. So, you know,
that sounds like something you're going to jump on the second half
yeah,
of.
exactly.
Got a feeling you're going to be on that.
You're exactly right. And I don't think I'm going to be betting this one on any of the pregame lines, but my sense is that given Providence 10, even if it's a freaking home game for North Carolina, that's a lot of points, man.
Yeah, and especially it's this time of the tournament.
Yeah.
You know, Providence got to be up for this game. If they're not up for this one, they're not going to be up for anything. It's too many points for me, Pete. I got to stay off it.
So that's a no play for you.
That's a no play.
All right, then how about Gonzaga, Utah? You know, you like Gonzaga to start, then you changed your mind. Turned out you were dead on. That was not a close game. They covered easily. Utah, a team that strikes me as vulnerable. Again, I haven't bet this one. My lean would be Gonzaga, though, and the total's about 140. I think that's dead on.
What was the side at right now?
Pick 'em. Pick 'em.
Just stay away, Brenner.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what else do you have?
I got Iowa State.
Really?
I got a feeling they're just gonna wake up. And I love the story with Arkansas Little Rock. It is. And one of the announcers said it yesterday. This is what makes this tournament so wonderful, and it is. It's when you have those teams that come out of nowhere. But It's over today for
You know what I
Arkansas
think
Little
makes
Rock.
this tournament so wonderful?
What's that?
When you have a team that you really like and they're down big at the half and you just pound the hell out of them in the
Yeah.
second half. For me, that's what makes this tournament so wonderful.
Good. No, I
Second
like that.
halves.
I like that. And I
I
knew
don't
you'd
give
be
a
on
fuck
it
about
yesterday.
the kids or the Cinderella stories or anything.
Okay, well,
I care
anyway.
about the second half value.
All right, well, Jesus
All right,
God.
so-
Iowa State, I got 2 picks on them. I'm
Okay.
taking them on the half minus 3.5.
Yep.
And I'm taking them for the wake-up call for Arkansas Little Rock on the game minus 6.5.
All right, can't say I disagree with you. I thought Purdue was going to dominate. They didn't.
Nope.
It feels to me like that's the way to go
think
here.
This team's going to get it done.
Yeah, they did. Arkansas Little Rock did it one game. Can they do it within 48 hours against another top team? Probably not. I would agree with you on
I
that
got to
one,
jump
Mike
in
Brenner.
there. I got Duke also first half.
Really? Okay.
And I have not used a whole bunch of Duke this year, but I think that, Coach K have these boys ready to go early. First half was minus 3.
Minus 3.
All right, Yale exposed a lot of what they do and what they do well.
Yep.
All right, and that's where Coach K's strength comes in. He will have the right person on the right guy. He's going to shut him down.
Yep.
First half's minus 3. Go Duke.
Ooh, I like
Go
that
Devils.
one. I like that one.
You
I'm not
tell
sure
me
they
then,
have-
buddy.
Maybe I will.
Come on, I haven't let you.
We have the
two tails yesterday, and guess what happened to both of them?
Two winners. I'm probably going to do a tail of the day on
telling
this
my
card
wife
too.
about that.
All right. So did we go over all your picks?
No, I got a teaser as well.
And that's the other one we haven't gotten to.
Yep.
All right. Hit us with the teaser.
All right, the teaser is Duke. After the line movement, it will be even because this is a 3-team teaser. All right, because they're minus 6.
Duke is, yes, minus 6.
Exactly. Virginia will be minus 1.5 after the adjustment.
Yes.
And Kansas, baby, will be minus 2 because they're going to get it done.
There you go. Okay.
I like that
Those are all
teaser.
market-wide numbers.
Yeah, I like it.
Man, sounds. But every bet seems reasonable.
11 and 4 of my last
Then you just
15
never-
college teasers.
Oh,
so.
man. Congratulations,
Seriously.
Mike Brenner.
Seriously. So I think
All
I'm going
right.
to knock that one out of the park.
Okay, so we got my one pick, which is Iowa State first half
How
under
about you
67.
pull a trigger or do a T? You said you were going to do a tail.
I'm going to do a tail. So review your picks.
All right,
I'm
here we go.
going to think about them.
And not to confuse anybody, here they are. Boom. Duke on the half minus 3. Kentucky on the half minus 1.5. Virginia first half minus 4. Kansas on the first half minus 4.5. Iowa State first half minus 3.5. And Iowa State on the game minus 6.5. And my 7th pick is a 3-team teaser with Duke, Virginia, and Kansas. And I like it today,
All
Pete.
right, man. All right, so I'm going to pick
It's that
one to
time.
tail. I'm going to pick a tail. The tail of the day, I guess, will be, this is a tough one.
And again, for my viewers out there, this is the time I really kick some ass, this time of the tournament. So if you're dropping some money, put your confident plays.
Is it okay for me to ask you which of the, if I have 2 picks, which one you would recommend more?
Absolutely.
How about the Duke first half or the Kentucky first half? Which one do you like more?
Out of those 2, I like Duke.
Really?
Yeah. But I
Okay. That's going to be my tail of the day. Duke, minus 3.
Okay, I like it.
On the
So
first
review
half.
your 2 plays then.
Duke, minus 3 on the first half, and Iowa State under 67 on the first half.
And you got some good energy today, Pete.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
serious.
you know, no,
I
I'm
guess
focused,
6 and
I'm
2,
focused.
that's what it does. But you know what? That's where he's used to being. So that abyss that Pete was in is not his norm, trust me. And with that being said, I'm going to pan this board one more time, baby. It is about accountability. I'm 37 and 28 at 57%, 7 confident picks today, and I really like my plays. All right, Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete's coming alive. 22 and 29 at 43% after today. He's going to move it up again because he's going to nail it 2-0. With that being said, my man, I'm ready. It's wide open, and guess what? Tonight's some really, really good action. Let's kick back and pop a couple beers. I know I am. I'm having a little fiesta at my house. My wife has some friends coming over, and we're doing some Colombian food.
Can I ask you one quick question, though?
Absolutely.
Now I'm starting to get into because I'm remembering Duke is vulnerable this year, and they were down at the half in that first game.
Yes, they were yesterday. That's why I love it. They were down 43-40 2 days ago.
Okay, Duke on the first half, minus 3. I trust you, Mike Brenner. We'll be back for tomorrow's card.
Fantastic. Have a great day.